What's up, JL? I got some spare ribs on the pit right now. Figure since I was out here by myself, I just go live. I'm not filming no video today. I'm just smoking because I want to smoke. Hadn't used that 250 gallon offset in almost 4 weeks. Needed some smoke therapy, man. I apologize for the quality of the stream as I broke my webcam Friday. Good morning, Rolling Smoke. How you doing? I just figured I'd go live just to go live. What all y'all got smoking on this Sunday, and who you rooting for today? Who's y'all's teams? Cowboys. Hell yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan too. And it's been painful for some time. Maybe we can get our shit together one day. Cowboys lose this weekend. Texas lost yesterday. Typical Texas Longhorn fashion. But it happens. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Yep, got them spare ribs on the day, rolling on some good old red oak. They've been on for about an hour. They'll be done right around 1-ish. They weren't the best looking racks of spare ribs I've ever trimmed up, but it's what the local grocery store had, and I didn't pick them out. My old lady did, so she did the best she could. But they still gonna be good regardless. It's a nice cool morning here in southeast Texas also, so you can't beat that. That's why I went live. It was summertime. I would be sitting out here sweating my butt off. I just mainly needed to come out here and get some smoke therapy, man. It's been a while since I fired up the smoker. What's up, Don? And I was really craving some ribs. I ain't ate no ribs in a while. Ain't no ribs in a while. Probably starting next weekend, I'll start filming my Thanksgiving theme videos. I think I'm gonna shoot 2 or 3 of them and work on those after this next upload hits. Got a few little ideas up my sleeve besides your typical turkey. But nice quiet morning here in southeast Texas. Seen a big buck back there in the pasture earlier. I couldn't whip out my phone quick enough to get a good picture of him, but sucker was at least a 10 or 12 point. At least a 10 or 12 point. May throw some I got a can of Bush's baked beans I may throw on there here in a little bit also. I ain't done none of them in a while. Got a full pan, jazz up some pit beans. If y'all excuse me for a minute, I gotta tighten my fire up. All right, I'm back. Yep, Louie, it's not an illusion. I'm live, and I couldn't do StreamYard. I was gonna do StreamYard, but I've used up all my damn watch hours for going on StreamYard, so I had to just do my regular. What's up, Niners Nation? How you doing today? This morning? How's everybody doing this morning? It's a beautiful morning here in Southeast Texas. What you cook overnight, man? Do your brisket cook on the old Rick-Tic? Just turned it off. Oh, a Texas surprise. Louie's cranking out them Texas secrets again. Yeah, I've got I couldn't when I was doing my live the other day. I was talking about my videos in the pipeline. I forgot I've still got 4 videos I haven't edited yet, so I need to. Which I'm not gonna. One of them I really, really don't like, but content's content. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I should have went a different route with the protein, but I didn't, and it turned out good. But I just don't think it's gonna be a YouTube hit. But and again, you never know. Good morning, Simon. How are you doing this morning? Then again, you never know. So it might turn out something good. Once you tighten that fire up, you got to kind of keep an eye on that thing. Make sure it don't get too wild. Spare ribs. Texas style spare ribs, Simon. I hadn't had no spare ribs since I did the 500 sub video. Was the last time I ate spare ribs. So that's what I'm smoking today. And we got the pit rocking right at 300 degrees. It was at 275. I tightened up the fire because it dropped to 250. And typically when you tighten up your fire like that, there's going to be a 10-minute window where it kind of spikes up on you. But I just crack the firebox door down to where I need it. Then it'll settle back in at 275 for another 30-45 minutes before it starts dropping off again. You just got to manage it. Here lately, with the weather being the way it's been, every 4 logs, I've been getting an average of 2 hours of burn time out of that. Sometimes a little bit quicker, sometimes a little bit longer. Mostly the long burn time comes from out the front. When I'm putting them dense logs on that burn a little bit slower. So shouldn't have to manage that fire. I'll probably burn about maybe 12 pieces of wood on this cook, something like that. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Helps the channel out, supposedly. Yeah, Ted. I've been getting a lot of questions on Facebook here lately about those people wanting to hold briskets and stuff, and there is a ton of variables that go into holding briskets. Just from my experience, you can actually pull a brisket a little bit early. Where I'm not saying pull one at like 180 or something like that, like some of those guys are doing, but I do check the internal temps on my brisket. I feel with my hands first, and then I probe for tenderness. And typically, when I pull brisket off the pit, it's around 190, 195. And then where the biggest trick of the rest comes in is how tender you want it. You put it in your warmer at a higher temp, and it'll be more tender the next day. So, for say if you put your brisket, you pull it at 185, and then you put it directly in the warmer at 185, it's going to carry over a little bit, and that hotter, longer rest will make it more tender. Vice versa, when I'm pulling my briskets off, I like to let them come down to about 150, 160, and then put them in the warmer at 145, and that seems to be the happy medium for me when I'm resting 12, 16 hours. If it's going to be a shorter rest, I'll put them in there when they drop down to about 170. But if you got a brisket that's tight and you got to where you want your internal temperature, because that's what most people use, you can go ahead and pull it and put it in your warmer. Uh, you can put your warmer at 160, 170, whatever you want it, and you can put your brisket in there when it hits an internal temp of 180, 170, and it'll come out tender. The only knock that I've got against that, though, is sometimes you don't render that big band of fat, that deckle fat, in the point if you pull it too early like that. And then sometimes it just don't render out at all, because in some briskets they're thick as hell. But yeah, that's what works for me is pulling them when they feel real good and still got a little give to them, and then let them drop down to 145 internal, 150 internal temp, and then put them in the warmer at 145. That's the way I've been resting my briskets. Yeah, see, that's pushing it on them beef ribs, Ted. I made that same mistake in that 500 sub video, but thankfully I had a super sharp knife and it sliced, but it made for some good eating because it melted in your mouth. But really, those ribs were overcooked for me. Them beef ribs. But yeah, 16 hours on some beef ribs. That's pushing it. But I've done it. You make mistakes to make better barbecue. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Yeah, and you got to figure, beef ribs. I don't know. Some of them are pretty meaty, but brisket's a really big piece of meat that can handle a real long rest. But you can overrest them, man. What's up, John Jimenez? I watched a video from Savala's Tex-Mex, not Savala's. I'm sorry, I apologize. Savala's barbecue put out a video the day of a 36-hour rested brisket, and he got it to slice, and I'm sure it was freaking good eating. Just because it's too tender don't mean it ain't good. Don't get me wrong, but it looked good. They rested that brisket for 36 hours, man. So you can rest them long. Yeah, so we put our leftovers in beans and leftover brisket and a leftover beef rib with some beans, and it was good. Yeah, a lot of them like that pepper heavy rub. Some of them use way too much pepper, in my opinion, but that's a Texas thing. But I like to put enough to get some decent bark. But here's the one thing that I don't agree with that's been going around a lot here lately is people think you got to put a shitload of pepper on a brisket to create bark. You don't have to put no pepper on a brisket to create bark. If you got the airflow in your smoker and you know what's going on, it's gonna create bark regardless. Some spare ribs, John. Texas style spare ribs. And I tell you what's been my secret weapon on spare ribs here lately. It's simple syrup. Putting simple syrup in the wrap with a vinegar based barbecue sauce or a barbecue sauce that's cut down with vinegar. And that has been working really well for me here lately. It makes the ribs freaking awesome. The simple. You can't put too much simple syrup in there. You just got to put enough, but it complements the sweetness of that natural pork real well. I don't know if I'll have them ready for the game, man. I kind of got a late start out here. It ain't been getting daylight till about 7 o'clock, and I got out here 30 minutes before that. And I should have split my wood down a little smaller when I was building for my coal bed, but I threw some bigger chunks on there, and it took a minute for those to burn down. So yeah, kind of botched that. They'll be done about 1 o'clock. Well, heck, what time does Dallas play today? I hadn't even looked. I'm supposed to be a fan. Yeah, they play at 12. I'll be pushing it to have these ready. I don't want to rush them, especially because they're some thinner ribs. They're not the best ones I ever got a hold of. What's up, Al? How you doing? Getting ready to go have breakfast? I've got some deadgum rib trimmings on there I'm going to eat for breakfast here in a little bit. Pitmaster Privilege. Yeah, they play at noon. I seen that. No, I'll probably pushing it to have these done at noon. I could rush them, but I don't want to. I want some good ribs. I want me some good eating ribs. It's been a while since I ate a good rib. They go crack my firebox door a little bit. It's an ever-evolving game, managing your fire. Good morning, Barbacoa Bandit. What is up? Place we went to yesterday for our barbecue class. I bet that was good. Chorizo's a good flavor profile, man. I like it. Yep, I like me some chorizo. I got me a new webcam coming. That way I can stream some better quality. This quality sucks. Not used what I'm looking to. My cheap Walmart webcam finally kicked a bucket on me the other day. Yeah, that's the deal about selling barbecue. So nobody, some of them will sell out every day, but some joints don't have that luxury of selling out. So they find ways to repurpose their barbecue, and that's a good way to repurpose it. Most places put it in their beans. That's my favorite way to repurpose pulled pork. Looks okay. Yeah, it's just 720p. It's not my regular webcam. This is better than nothing though. It's just everything on my end, everything in the back there looks blurry. Yeah, I'm using my laptop webcam. I was gonna use my camera and hook it up to my computer, but I didn't have the right adapter cord to go from mini HDMI to here. And then I got to worry about the battery. Don't last very long on them Sony ZV-1s. You get about 30, 45 minutes of shooting time out of them before they go dead. It'd just be a pain in the butt. It's easier to use my laptop. Yeah, that sounds good, Ted. That sounds good. All right. Smokers jump back up 275 where it needs to be. Still enjoyed me a nice cup of coffee this morning. Now I'm drinking some water. I don't know if I'll drink any beer today. I might. Drank enough yesterday. Drank enough yesterday. So what's y'all's favorite way to do ribs, man? Y'all learned me something I ain't never done before. What y'all got? Fuck, man. So I'm going to tell you right now, Ted. I didn't have my hopes up real high for Texas because they suck on the freaking road. We've Sark hasn't won in a true road game. I think he's lost 6 in a row, and that's his mo, man. His second half adjustments yesterday freaking killed us. The penalties killed us. We just came in there and played like shit. Props to Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy knew what he was doing. If it would have been me, Quinn Ewers is the future of Texas football. Don't get me wrong, but going into that fourth quarter, I would have went ahead and put Card in there and let him do some zone reads and stuff like that. Something for a spark. Because Quinn, he didn't have it yesterday, man. Just didn't have it. It was disappointing. And Sark's second half offensive play calling was pure shit. Oh, yeah, I've done that before. Yep, you take them baby back ribs and overcook them, or you can pull them bones out, put it on a sandwich. Yeah, that's some good eating there. That was a real big thing. That was popular on YouTube, I think, back in 2018, 2017, because that's where I saw it, and then I tried it, and it was good. Yeah, it's pretty much the same process that I do, Ted. I won't open that smoker for about 4 hours on them ribs, and about that time the bark's set and they're ready to wrap. What I do with my wrap is I take that thinned out barbecue sauce. When I don't make my own, I use Terry Black Spicy, and then I've been adding that simple syrup to the wrap in an equal amount, and that's money right there. My rib cooks typically take about 4 to 6 hours. Just depends. I don't think these will take that long today. These will probably take about 5 hours. Typically at that 4 hour mark, with as thin as these ribs are right here, they'll be probably 3/4 of the way done by the time I wrap them. And then when I do wrap, I go ahead and I crank that heat up a little bit more. Yep, that McRib sandwich. I might do a video on that not too long from now. I got to start doing some easy, quick cooks until I get some more time to do some long cooks. But like I said earlier, I got some good ideas for the Thanksgiving videos this year. I'm going to shoot 3 Thanksgiving videos. Yeah, if he's wrapping those ribs after an hour, he's not getting much smoke flavor on them. Yeah. If I'm going to eat barbecue, I want to taste the smoke. Some people don't have that kind of palate, but I don't know. I like tasting my smoke. And yeah, one thing that's another thing about restaurant barbecue is most of them overcook the rib. You'd rather overcook it and take the chance of undercooking it and having tough barbecue. So it's a fail safe for those guys, which there ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to do what you got to do. Just not how some people like it, and some people love it like that. Doing some smoked carnitas on the Rectech today. Not the quickest cook, but super easy and make some badass tacos. You ain't lying. Smoked carnitas is Very good. Yeah, it's like I said on here the other day. This ain't a freaking knock. None of the top barbecue joints in the place in the state of Texas, but you can make a way better quality barbecue in your backyard than you're ever gonna get at any of the best barbecue places, man. But they do have some good ideas. There's no doubt about it. But when they're putting out that kind of volume, you know, things are conservative. You got to put out a consistent product. So, tip my hat off to them for that. How long do I leave them wrapped? I don't have a set time that I leave them wrapped. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's an hour and a half. It just depends. When I get past that, after I've wrapped them for about an hour, I go back and I check them and I start feeling the ribs to see how they bend. If they start bending real good, feel like they're real flexible, I'll go ahead and take them off and let them rest for about an hour or two. Pastrami beef shank. I bet that was good. I did a freaking pastrami beef belly. Wasn't too big of a fan of it. Wasn't too big of a fan for it. It was just a little salty. Well, yeah. So, you hear from everybody that you're accused the best that people have ever had. But when you're used to eating your own barbecue all the time, to you, it's just like, well, whatever, cook some more barbecue. It is what it is. And me, I'm my biggest critic. So when I taste something, I always think something's a little bit off, and I'm always trying to improve and get better at it. But then somebody else will eat it, be like, "That's the best thing I ever ate." And I'm like, "Huh, really?" Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Put these ribs on at about 8:30. They've been going a little bit over an hour. Yeah, I hear you, Ted. Well, so if I don't save my trimmings, I'll put my trimmings on the pit for a little snacky snack. Then after I've been chawing down on a rib tip or a little piece of brisket I trimmed off that I didn't save for sausage, after I've done nibbled on that for a while after smoking, after I get inside, eat one or two slices of brisket and a rib or two, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Yeah, that. If you're drinking beer the whole time, it's pretty filling too. No doubt about it. I really thought about doing a live rib cook, but like I said, my camera couldn't get all that to configure to the computer to do all of it. It would Bluetooth to it, but everything was so slow and it looked like crap. So I decided to heck with it. Doing a full on live barbecue cook, that's just too much to deal with. You get better views when you edit it, put out a separate video. Yep. Little B come to try to get my simple syrup right here. He smells that stuff. Yep, that is my red oak, and I'm flinging the smoke to it right now. I'm trying to get as much flavor in these ribs as I can up front because they're really thin ribs. They're not my. Don't get me wrong, they're still good, but they're not as meaty as what I'm used to getting. But here lately, the rib quality in stores has sucked. What's my temp? we're still rolling just a little bit below. We're probably about 270 right now. I'll have to manage that fire here in a little bit. Yeah, man, that's one thing I've noticed is quality of meat's not that good this day and age, man. Briskets, briskets are real bad quality. I've really had to do some digging, and I've been wanting to get me 2 briskets because I want to do a full boat brisket, and then I smoke one for Thanksgiving every year, regardless. And I'll dig through the briskets and just think, man, they either got a ton of fat on them, or they're real, real thin, or you're going to waste a whole lot, or trim a whole lot of it off. And it ain't cheap. So I don't want to buy a shitty brisket for a high price. I might just end up ordering a Creekstone or something. Seeing how that fares better, paying a higher price for a better quality piece of meat. Pork belly quality in the store hasn't been bad here lately. I've been finding some good pork bellies. That hadn't been an issue. But the rib quality's been hit and miss, and brisket quality has been crap. And pork butt. I mean, those are pretty much all the same in my eyes. You really can't go wrong with them. Some are a little bit better than others, but it is what it is. Yeah. So there's this deadgum company called Sticks that's been producing putting out briskets in these stores, and those are the worst flats I've ever seen on briskets in my life. I'm talking about they're like that freaking thin, and ain't no way in hell I'd buy that. Yeah, at least he sold it to you for his cost. Good morning, drunken chef. How you doing, bud? I already drank my coffee, and now I'm drinking water. Been out here since about 6:30. Billy goat brisket. Man, it seems like they're taking them off of deadgum undeveloped calves or something. I mean, you know how you used to go buy half cows from these local ranchers and all that, and you get a brisket, but it wouldn't look nothing like what you get in the store. Every now and again, you end up with a good one, but that's what these damn briskets look like. The points are real thick, but they got a ton of fat on them, and the flats, you got to cut damn near all the flat off, man. And if you don't trim your brisket down even, it don't cook real good. Yeah, it's been shit here lately, Simon. I mean, here's my theory on it and what I think it is. I think the restaurants are freaking they're saving all these quality trim briskets for all these restaurants, and then the consumers getting the stuff that it's not great, because really these briskets are by these meat companies are graded, you know, and they got grade and ungraded. All the grade briskets that have thick flats on them go out to restaurants and all that stuff and are saved and charged at a premium of a price. All these non-graded ones go out at a cheaper price per pound and go to stores. And that's why you see these Snake River Farm Wagyu briskets and all that stuff in HEB now, because they started grabbing selling those as non-grade versus the ones that they sell on their website. And that's why you get those the way they are. And it used to not be that bad before COVID, but ever since COVID, meat shortages and all of that, everything's just been shit, man. Yeah, I make burgers from time to time too, Louie. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mainly save all my trimmings for sausage though, and I've got to make me some sausage here lately. I've got so much brisket trim put up, and I need to hurry up and use it, because after that brisket trim gets over 10 months to a year old, it's really no good no more. It don't last long in the freezer, especially that brisket fat. Berkshire pork? No, but I hear it's supposed to be badass. I just can't bring myself to pay $10 a pound for pork. I don't know about that. maybe I could try like a pork chop or something I can grill up quick and see what the big difference is. But I just can't imagine that the quality of that would be so much better than your regular pork where you could sacrifice paying that price, man. And you know what? I thought the same damn thing about Wagyu briskets, but you know what? That $9.99 a pound for them Wagyu briskets over there at HEB. If you can find a good one, it's worth it. Because I'll tell you right now that the point's a little bit much on those, but the flat is point on. Some of the best brisket you'll ever eat, man. Yeah, Trump is drinking coffee this morning. You can't break the beer out this afternoon, man. If you drink them before that, you might be an alcoholic. Just joking, guys. Electric jellyfish and mango rum. What the hell is that, Louie? Hey, I used to be like that, but I'm not young no more. Drinking too much has got its consequences this day and age. If you're not used to drinking all the time, which I don't, I just drink on the weekends and maybe one or two after work one day. Yeah, my HEB's really been slacking here lately, but maybe I'm not getting there soon enough to get the good ones. I know they put our HEB, I think, gets briskets on like Monday or Tuesday, and then they get another shipment on Thursday. So I haven't paid attention to the turkeys yet at the store, and you know, my Brookshire brothers had some turkeys here a little while back. I'm sure they probably don't know more. Oh man, I've done breakfast beer many a times. Get over a hangover. I'm sure they'll put them turkeys out, but you probably live in a more highly populated area. That's probably why those turkeys disappeared so fast. But I did hear there was a turkey shortage, so I haven't went and looked. I may not be doing turkey either. Like the good turkey breast or the bone in turkey breast. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'll probably crack a beer here in a minute. Don't judge me too hardcore. Yeah, see, bone-in turkey breast, I can find them around here with no problem. I actually did a video on the bone-in turkey breast here a month or two ago, but boneless turkey breast, I don't ever see them here. I've been looking for them over here for over a year, and I found them one time. I bought two of them, and I froze one, and I did a video on one. But I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of turkey. I like to eat turkey twice a year, Thanksgiving and around Thanksgiving, and that's it. I don't cook turkey all the time just to do it, and a few breast here and there, but I'm not real big on turkey. Yeah, probably some government coup or something. There's always something wrong where they gotta put their finger down on us. That's what the media says anyway. We won't never know the real truth. My fire's still good. Man, it just feels so good out here today, and there's not a cloud in the sky. It is clear blue skies out here today. Troy V, what's up, man? How you doing this morning? Yeah, just say, I went to my HEB. I bought them pork bellies, which was 4 weeks ago, and they had plenty of turkey in there. And like I said, people may already panic bought all them up. Greenberg smoked turkeys is gonna have them. I bought a pre-smoked turkey one time years ago that was hickory smoke, and it's pretty damn good. Yeah, if you want your turkey, you're gonna have to start looking, man. Ten four. Thank you, Ted. Y'all don't have too much fun now. Hope the Cowboys win today. They got thumped at Philadelphia. Troy B. Yep, smoking them ribs today. And you know what? Uh-oh, I still got one beer right here in my cooler. And we gonna drink it. Still pretty cold. For some reason, I just feel like I got to drink when I'm on here with you guys. What's my fire looking like? Got good smoke coming out. Temp's holding at 275. Those ribs been on for an hour and 15, 20 minutes. That's good. Yeah, man, y'all are peer pressuring me doing stuff I don't want to do. Oh, there's my koozie back there. The wind blew it off. All right, guys, I'm back. Damn it, I left my beer over there. Had to tighten that fire up one more time. That'll be the last time I tighten it up. Next time, I'll have to manage the fire. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but the log rolled out on me. Sometimes it be like that. Texas special cook coming from Louis. Oh shit. Y'all virtually twisted my arm. Yep. Damn sun done come out. Arguing people on Facebook about the Texas game. Nothing new. And we're back at 275, man. I love that damn smoker. That smoker right there is what's up. That is the easiest damn smoker I ever had to manage a fire on. Once you figure out your smoker, man, ain't no better feeling in the world. When you got a smoker, you ain't got to babysit all the time. Yeah, Troy. So they folded like they normally damn fold, which I don't know. A lot of the penalties they got were warranted, but man, they were throwing penalties on Texas. Some of them were kind of freaking nitty gritty. You know, Texas had 14 penalties and Oklahoma State had none, and there were some obvious penalties that Oklahoma State committed, but they didn't call. But at the end of the day, it's still Texas' job to win the game. Quinn Ewers played like shit. They should have pulled him with about 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter and gave Card a shot. And our offensive line folded in the second half, couldn't open no running lanes. The defense did its job in the second half. The offense couldn't deliver. For the life of me, I don't know why the heck Sark kept wanting to take deep shots. Throw some stuff, do some screens. I mean, settle your young quarterback down at least. It was the loss is on the head coach for not making halftime adjustments. Plain and simple. Morning, Rick. How you doing? Yeah, he's going to be elite. He's going to be a good quarterback, but a true road game at Oklahoma State at their homecoming is always a hostile environment. And he was rattled from the get go. It's just all there was to it. He was rattled, and he never recovered. Should have put the guy with more game experience in and at least tried to win the game instead of sticking with him, making him wear all of it. You need to protect your freshmen at some point. Sell some smokers. Rick, got a question for you. What's your best selling smoker that everybody comes in there and buys? Just curious. I had some little coals that fell out of my firebox. It's over there smoking me out, man. Yeah, I want to know what your number one selling smoker is, Rick. If you're still on. Yoder stick and pellet, and the big green eggs. That's cool. I've never got the chance to see a Yoder smoker up in person, but a lot of people rave about them. Say they're real good quality built, thick steel. And then I've seen some big green eggs. I've actually cooked on one before. They get the job done. They don't have a lot of airflow. Damn, my shoulder's stiff this morning. Yeah, Smokin Joe. I think he's got a Yoder that he goes by. Says it's awesome. Yeah, so I looked at them Franklin smokers, and you're right. They are a beast. They're made out of 3/8 inch pipe, firebox and all. They'll last a lifetime. And they're pretty much an offset on training wheels. He had those engineered, and everybody thinks that he put his name in the back, which he did put it back there to have his name in the back. But that serves as a dummy proof, way to manage your fire, because it can only run at a certain speed and all that, and the airflow only works one way, and that's why he's got all that design back there in his firebox store. And there's no damper on it or nothing like that. It's just it's a stick burner for the beginner, and it's designed to run like that. But they are very quality built grills. I've seen one up close in person. They're expensive too, but you pay for what you get. You pay for what you get. Man, anytime that you put the word Franklin in a YouTube video, you're going to get a ton of views off of that. And there are people that want to buy those grills and are genuinely curious. If you put a decent drop walkthrough video on YouTube, you'll get some views on that thing, man. Yep. You would get some views on that thing. It's a very good quality grill. Or smoker, should I say. It's not a grill. And those are built like I wonder who came up with that idea first, if it was Mill Scale or it was Franklin, but they got the big heat deflectors in them. Heat deflector baffles on the other end. In my opinion, they're too big. But those also double as a deadgum griddle. You can freaking cook burgers and stuff on them, keep them seasoned up. Just some ribs. Doing me some Texas style spare ribs today. I ain't fired that smoker up in almost 4 weeks. Last time I fired it up was when I shot a video. So I had plans this weekend. I had kids that got sick, so we didn't go nowheres. And so I stayed at home. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to fire up some ribs today and get some smoke therapy in. Can't go wrong with a good spare rib, man. Can't go wrong with that. I guess my video quality looks good. I don't know. The sun's out. I can't see crap on my monitor. I can barely see me on here. Just want to put my glasses on to help. Helps a little bit. Them chickens raising hell. Make my computer screen a little brighter here. There, that helps me out a whole lot. How much battery I got left? What's everybody else got on? Y'all smoking anything on this fine Sunday? Yes, I am. Matter of fact, I'm doing the vinegar down barbecue sauce, and I made some simple syrup and a ketchup bottle this morning. I'm waiting on it to cool down, which it's about cool. I'll go put it in the fridge here in a minute. That's my favorite way to do ribs now, and I heard that's what they do over at Goldie's, some variation of that. So I had to try it. And if they're putting out that quality of rib like that in their restaurant, then they're doing good. That simple syrup mixed with if I don't make my own barbecue sauce, I use Terry Black spicy barbecue sauce, and I cut it with half vinegar, and then I put equal amounts of simple syrup and that vinegar based barbecue sauce down, and then the juice that comes out of them ribs, the rendered fat, it just that mixture right there is on point. It don't overpower the pork, but it's perfect. You taste the sweetness of the pork, and it goes with the pepper and the seasonal salt. It works, man. It is very, very good. And I can't get enough of it. I ain't got burnt out on it. Before, I just used regular barbecue sauce in my wraps. You see how I did in my how to smoke spare ribs video. I'm going to have to do another variation of that. The Blackstone. I have never cooked on a Blackstone griddle before. And I'm waiting for them to go on clearance at Walmart because it's about the time of year they do. And I'm going to get me one and do some cooking on one. Lance, I just was out here at the pit smoking some ribs, and I didn't feel like shooting a regular YouTube video. And I got lonely out here, dude. So I figured, you know what? I'll just hop on live for a little while and bullshit with everybody. Yeah, man, go for it, dude. Brandon, it's good. You know, and you can make it as sweet or you can make it less sweet by how much simple syrup you put in the wrap. But if you mix that simple syrup and the barbecue sauce half and half in the wrap, it turns out pretty good. Oh, Sleeper's in the house. Lance has got his embroidery going, man. Y'all go give his Facebook. I'm sorry. Y'all go give Lance's YouTube embroidery channel a like. Yeah, you got a steal of a deal on that. That's what I've been looking for. I've been waiting on one to go to clearance. I don't want to pay $400 for a Blackstone griddle. Yeah, that's what Rick said. You stole that. Sometimes you can walk up to the box and kick a hole in it and get a discount price. I did that with a pellet grill one time. Stitch Art Embroidery. Yeah, y'all go give Stitch Art Embroidery a subscribe. That's Lance's embroidery company, and hit him up with anything y'all want. I know I'll hit you up here in the near future when I get things going the way I want them to go. I'm gonna get some stuff from you. Good night, fellas. Damn, was you up all night, George? Jorge, I mean, 8:05. He's either going to bed or he woke up. I don't know. Rick, Loverboy Simon. Oh, yeah. Heck, what time is it over there in California right now? It's probably what? 7 o'clock in the morning over there, Jorge? George had a heck of a night. 8 o'clock? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. All right. My mom lives in that time zone. She lives right on the Nevada-California border. Go crack my firebox door just a little bit more. Probably get another 15, 20 minutes burn time out of that. I got to manage it. 10:30 would be 2 hours. That'd be about right. Yep, Jorge has joined us. Yeah, I'm running off my laptop, man. Wow, the video quality probably sucks, huh? No, I'm not from Nevada. That's just where my mom moved to when I was a sophomore in high school, junior in high school. She actually moved to Las Vegas first, and then got out of Las Vegas and moved to a more remote area that wasn't as crowded. Yeah, I'm not using my regular webcam, Jorge. It quit working. I was trying to get it to work before I went live Friday night, and it wouldn't work. So I banged it around a little bit. It still wouldn't work. So I ordered another one off of Amazon. It's a little bit better. That was just a cheap $25 Logitech webcam off of that I got from Walmart. This is just the one that's on my computer. It's 720p. The Logitech was 1080p. But everybody says it looks good, so heck with it. Yeah, it quit working, Troy V. It was just a cheap Walmart webcam. Well, my barn is right over there, and it's 10, and I took that webcam and I threw it against that barn and went ahead and put it out of its misery. So, yeah. It won't hurt to get you one that's got a good webcam on it, Jorge. This one here is a Acer Swift X, and it's just enough for what I need to do. It does good on these live streams. It's got a 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 TB of storage on it, which is good for HD video editing. And it's just enough. I will get another one here in not too long. It's actually 32 gigabytes of RAM, so I can do video in 4K. But for my needs, this little laptop right here has been a beast. I've had no problems out of it. I give it a 5-star rating. Yeah, this Acer Swift X, man, is a good laptop, and what's really good about it is a long battery life, man. It takes a while for this thing to go dead. You can run about 6 to 8 hours off the battery. Yeah, and I think that's just the settings that the camera is on. I think it's up close it's good. I don't know if I could change that or not. So yeah, it's not gonna let me do it right now. But I have to go back in my settings for my camera and change that. And it may not. That's just the way it is. It was a lot clearer on that other one that I had. I'm using a let's see, putting a printer and a laptop in the geek shop today. There you go, Lance. I use a Sony ZV-1 for shooting my videos, and it does good. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just the only knock I got on that camera, and I didn't do a lot of damn research on cameras. I had my mind set on a Canon M50, and because it had an interchangeable lens, when I got to Best Buy to get it, it was out of stock. And she said, well, the Sony ZV-1's the same thing. So I was like, whatever, give me a Sony ZV-1. But I didn't realize that the lenses are not interchangeable on the Sony ZV-1. So after that point, there wasn't much I can do about it. So I went ahead and I rolled with it, and that's what I've been shooting on. You can buy a camera lens adapter off of Amazon and put it on there to get a wider view, your 16 millimeter view. But that's what I've been using, and I can't knock it. It works damn good. Clash track. Huh. Very interesting, dude. Made you fart in a cup? I don't know if I believe that, but that is funny. We'll go ahead and pin that and let everybody get a laugh. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted a Canon M50 Mark II, and they didn't have it. And I was real anxious to shoot my first video, because if you go back and look at my channel, I shot everything on my cell phone up until I did that beef rib video, and I was in a hurry, and I didn't want to wait any longer for another camera to come in, which I should have waited. I could have waited a week and got that damn Canon M50, but I didn't want to wait. So I got the Sony ZV-1, and I carried on with it. That's what my videos are shot on, and I can't complain. I will get another Sony camera with an interchangeable lens on it probably next year. Yeah, I can't. It won't let you pin to the screen on these right here because I'm not in Yard Stream. I couldn't get on Yard Stream. I done burn all my hours out of Yard Stream. Well, thank you, Clash Track. I appreciate that, bud. You've got autofocus on your M50, Lance. The ZV-1 is crisp, man. Y'all watch my videos. You know, the autofocus is pretty quick. Every now and again it gets a little jittery, but that ZV-1, it's done a good job for me. The only knock I've got on the ZV-1 is when I'm out here shooting in the summertime, the sun be hitting it for maybe like a minute and it'll get too damn hot on me. I got to keep me a damp rag over the top of it before or to get too damn hot on me. And then the other knock I've got on it is the batteries don't last very long on it. So as soon as I shoot a couple sequences, I'm jumping over there and plugging a charger in it and keeping that battery charged up. You don't get, if you're shooting constantly, you'll be lucky to get 45 minutes of shooting time out of it. So, with it being a smaller camera like that, it is a hassle having to plug things up and all that. And, but, other than that, that Sony is a damn good camera, and I will upgrade to something better, and I'll stay with Sony since I've got that format figured out now. It's Canon and Sony, they're all different. Yeah, Canon M50 is the same thing as a Canon M50 Mark II. I think Mark II is just an upgraded version. So Sony ZV-1 and the M50 are both in the same range. They're compact cameras, but I can't say the M50 is not a good camera though, because I've never seen it. So they may be equal. You've seen it in my videos, yeah. You've seen it focusing too slow or focusing quick, Lance. I ain't really never paid that much attention to it. I do know it does it from time to time, but I hadn't seen a whole lot. And that's the only camera I ever really had, so I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, to be honest with you. And I got it setting on my camera, and sometimes I accidentally turn it on where it wants to freaking autofocus on your face. And when that's on, sometimes it'll autofocus to what you got in your hands on and all that. And I got to make sure that that's off. Sometimes that kind of throw a little blur in the video from here and there. If that's what you're talking about. I bet it was, Lance. Yeah, it probably can't keep up with nothing that fast. That is fast. You got to really invest in one of them $2,000, $3,000 cameras to catch something like that. Yeah, I keep mine on autofocus too, but sometimes mine's got another feature besides autofocus where it autofocuses on faces, and and if I accidentally turn that on, it wants to autofocus on all kind of things that are moving in the screen, and I got to make sure that's off. That's the only problem I ever really run into with that. Yeah, maybe it's just maybe you got a bad camera, Lance. I mean, I don't know. You need to link up with Jorge, and maybe he could fix a setting in there or something. What's up, Randy? Good morning. Good morning. Randy feeling it? Randy Shifter's in the house. He'll be dropping his first video here before too long. Full video. Yeah, so I keep the focus to my face off on my camera because when it's on, when there's an object moving in the screen, the little square is trying to follow it around all the time and focus on something that's not a face. So when I turn that off, I don't have that problem. But I have noticed it like when I'm managing my fires, like it's following my hands and stuff like that, trying to focus. And I just got to make sure that feature's off. But I keep the autofocus on all the time. But the face feature where it focuses on your face as you move, I got to make sure that's off. No, Randy got tore up on Dead Broke's chat. I seen that link he sent me, man. I just didn't feel like jumping on there. I was so pissed off at Texas for losing. Morning, sunshine. Rise and shine. He enjoying them 2 days off. All right, guys. Y'all excuse me for a minute. I got to manage that fire. I'll turn it a little bit where y'all can see me. Got a damn fly on here. All right, go grab some wood. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I'm back. Oh, Randy, you might have victimized yourself. It happens to all of us. Kent was there to HR. Troy makes a good point there. It could have been worse. Yeah, drinking social media don't go very good. I hear you on that. What's up, P Digits? I gotta crack that firebox door just a little bit. Sometimes when you're putting them denser logs on there, you got to be careful not to shut your firebox door down too quick or to smolder on you. You got to leave it open and let it get caught. Well, thank you, P Digits. Same old 250 I've been rocking for a while. Like I was bragging on in the chat earlier, man. I love that damn smoker. It runs like a dream. Yeah, so I didn't get on social media till 2012, and it's probably a good thing. Back in my younger day, I was wild. Yeah, I hear you. I've been having them pep talks with my kids about social media. Don't be stupid. Got that good dirty smoke coming out up there. No, I feel you on that, Randy. Definitely feel you on that. No doubt. I'm gonna show y'all that webcam not to buy. Do not buy this Logitech from Walmart. It is cheap and it works good for like 2 months and then it quits working. You've been warned. Yeah, Facebook is a lot of freaking drama. There's no doubt about that, George. I got some Texas style spare ribs going on, man. I figured since I was out here smoking, I'll just go ahead and go live. The hell with it. So, George, there's a time and place for dirty smoke. In the first 3 hours of your cook, in my opinion, 3 or 4 hours in your cook, that's when you need to put your dirty smoke on your meat. That's where you get your flavor. That's where your meat is still colder and still absorbing that smoke. Then after your 3 to 4 hour mark, you want to kind of start cleaning that up and and burning some drier wood. That's my philosophy on it. And that's the way that I've been running my fires for the last 6-7 years before this YouTube fad hit about dirty smoke. Because I read the Franklin book like everybody else probably did and went with that blue thin smoke for so long, but I just wasn't getting enough smoke flavor out of it like that. So I went dirtier. Yeah, ammunition's expensive, Lance. I don't waste it unless I have to. How dirty? So obviously you see what's coming out of my smokestack up there right now. That's about as dirty as I'll get with it. That's a white smoke, but you can still kind of see through it a little bit. You'll know when you got a real dirty smoke. It'll be bellowing white smoke coming out of there, and that right there is a smoke. An hour of it or so is not going to hurt nothing, but you don't want that continuous for hours. So the wood burns, heavy up front and lighter in the back naturally as you're combusting and the wood's burning out. So you got heavy smoke in the beginning when I'm using my greener logs. And then toward the end, the smoke starts to clean up before you smash it all down in the coals. And that's how you get your optimal smoke flavor on your proteins. Now, with that being said, like these ribs right here, I'm throwing a little bit dirtier of a smoke on them ribs than what I normally would like a brisket because it's just such a thin piece of meat. And your window to put that real good smoke flavor on it's a little bit shorter than thicker pieces of meat. So, yeah. Well, I done started drinking beers, guys. I got to grab another beer and put the Simple Syrup in the fridge. I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. You know what a lot of people panic on is they panic on their temp not holding exactly where they want it. Right now, the temp on that smoker since I put the logs on is about 265, 270. And I just peeked in the firebox and I'm still burning a low fire, and it is burning because it's greener wood and it's going to take a minute for it to burn. It will jump up in temp a little bit more eventually. Just let your smoker do its thing. Don't panic. Open your door, let the wildfire get up, and then close it down and choke it down. Just open your door up in increments as you need it. So I went from expensive beer to cheap beer, but it'll get a job done. Randy may have broke it out. Yeah. So I don't always measure the moisture in the splits when I say green wood, but when I'm talking about green wood, I'm talking about 25 to 30% moisture content. But I could pick a piece of wood up and tell if it's heavy, if it's light, and what I want to burn. So I just got so good at that. But if you're really not sure, you can get a moisture meter and do it that way. Simple, Simon. Christy V, what's up, girl? And just like that, my smoker's back to 275. And now, with that smoker being at 275, what's going to happen with it? Because I know my smoker like the back of my hand, is it's probably going to jump up to about 285, 290, and it's going to hold right there, and then it'll slowly drop till I get ready to tighten that fire back up. But it'll hold right there in that 290 range for a good 30, 45 minutes. There's no such thing as somebody sitting there and running the absolute perfect fire set at 275 the whole entire way. It's going to fluctuate. Wood is natural. It's going to burn. Now, just disclaimer here, that's a 250-gallon smoker. The bigger the smoker you go, I hear the easier it is to hold a steadier temp, like on your 500s and your 1000s. So that's my next goal, is to build me a 500 and a 1,000-pound smoker. Gallon smoker, I apologize. Yeah, heavier is greener. Yeah, if you've been barbecuing a long time, you know what you're doing when you pick them splits up, man. You could take two splits the same size and one weighs more than the other, then you know what you're putting on there. What's up, Hines 15? How you doing, bud? Coming to chill out with me? Oh, me too, man. I would love to have a 1,000-gallon smoker. No doubt. That was definitely on my to-do list. And I will have one day. I'm going to build my own. No doubt. All right, guys, give me just a minute. I'm going to run inside and check on my kids right quick. Make sure they're good. I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. Here's one of them Pitmaster snacks from spare ribs. Let's see. Let's catch up on the chat here. 1,000. Good morning. Yeah, 500 gallons my next build, Simon. Me and a friend already got the tank acquired. We just got to have time to do the build, and it's gonna be both of ours. Plan on doing maybe a little catering one day. Not very ambitious. What's up, Bullseye Pits? Hell yeah, man, go for it. That's what inspired me. I did some mods on old country Brazos, and then I just wanted a bigger pit, so I built this 250 and started shooting YouTube videos. Them damn rib tip trimmings are a good little snack on the smoker. No doubt. What's up, Italian? The bearded Italian. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Plug on your tombstone. What's your tombstone, Lance? Well, I'm glad I inspired you, man. Thank you. You can do the same thing all those guys do, man. You just got to be dedicated to do it. I ain't gonna lie, here recently I got kind of burnt out making videos too often. I've taken me 3 weeks. This will be the 4th week off from filming videos. I'm fixing to hit it back hard again and start putting some content out. I've got 4 videos in the pipeline that I need to edit, but I got a Thanksgiving series that I'm gonna do 3 videos on and try to get them out for the month of November and get my views where I can get them there. 90-gallon air tank. Some air tanks normally are thin, huh, Randy? They're about 1/8 inch. That right there is actually pork jerky. You take them real thin pieces of pork trimming, put them on there, and it turns into pork jerky. That's crunchy. Pit's up to 280. What's up, Keenan? How you doing, man? Yeah, 3/16 is the bare minimum I would go on offset. When they get thinner than that, you run into problems with consistent temps, and the fireboxes don't last very long on them either. When I build this 500 gallon, I'm going to try to find a 1/2 inch piece of pipe and put that for my firebox. I think that'd be the happy medium between an insulated and non-insulated. In my opinion, insulated fireboxes don't get as much smoke flavor as non-insulated because you're burning less wood. Yeah, I got you, Lance. Waiting on football. Everybody's waiting on football. My damn Texas Longhorns let me down yesterday, man. Yeah, it's the small guys kicking it in this chat. Hey, us small people, one day we're gonna be the big channels. Our time's coming, man. Lincoln plug, yeah. You're talking about a Lincoln 80 volt, 90 volt welder, huh? Kind of like a Kamado. The whiskey cook. Damn, I might start doing my lives on Sunday mornings now. I got more people in here than I normally got. I mean, nothing like eating some rib tip barbecue for breakfast. I can barely see the screen on the laptop, man. It's bright out here. Some poblanos, man. I love some poblano peppers, Keenan. One of my favorite things to do with poblano peppers is make a cream sauce with shrimp and cheese and all that, and stuff them and then smoke them. And I'm gonna do a video on them, man. They are so good. Yeah, I'll be off here before noon. I just figured I'd get on here for an hour or two and bullshit with all y'all. When I get to that 12 o'clock mark, I'll be wrapping them ribs. I just figure I'll hop on here for a little bit, get a little bit of watch hours off of live. Damn membrane on the back of there ain't quite rendered down. I need to get caught up on all y'all's videos, Lance. I don't know if I've seen your Poblano video. YouTube works weird in recommending you guys contents. Sometimes I see a bunch of y'all's videos and I'll watch them, and sometimes I don't see none of y'all's videos. Here lately, it's been throwing a bunch of S.J. Cooks' videos up on my feed, so I've been watching a lot of his video here lately. Yeah, no, I feel you on that, man. My porch barbecue. Yeah, the ones I thought were going to do worth of crap took off, and the ones that were good and I was really proud of did do worth of shit, man. It's weird how YouTube recommends content. I still don't really know how that exactly works, but they all the time. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it, Simon. Thank you. Lance is the master of the Poblano. Excuse me. Lance is the master of the Poblano, the keeper of the Poblano pepper. Lance. Damn, beef bacon wrapped shrimp and broccoli. That does sound good. I'm about to go check that out, Lance. I bet that was some damn good eating. Yeah, I've got a damn dogs. Hey, Lone Star, zip it, dude. Yeah, I have alerts set on everybody's channels too, but only the big channels come through on the alerts. The small channels don't, man. So YouTube needs to fix that shit. You need to call it your Poblano Pepper series and label it in episode 1, episode 2, and that'd probably gauge some more interest in viewers, Lance. Maybe you might find you a niche there to, capitalize on. Yeah. No, that's another thing about it, My Porch Barbecue. So us smaller channels don't have the support these big channels got. We don't have sponsors. We're not getting paid. Everything y'all see on my YouTube is I pay for it, man. And I don't ask people for money or whatever. I'm doing this because I want to do it. If a sponsor happens to reach out to me and it's right for me, then I'll go ahead and I'll do it. But that has yet to happen. The only people I've really had approach me was Meat Stick X, and I decided not to go that route, Meat Stick X, without giving them too much information up. I got their product. I did 2 review videos on it. One didn't work. One worked. It's an okay product, but it's not something I'm going to use all the time. And I recommend it to you guys that are using pellet grills and all that. But on a thick steel offset smoker back there, that thing will not work and transmit out of it. It is useless. That's about it for me. When y'all see my reviews, they're going to be honest because nobody's paying me to do all that shit. How many subscribers do you have, Bullseye? Let me see. I can look you up right quick. Let's see. Let's see, I spelled it wrong. My bad. Damn, it won't even pull you up, dude. Yeah, I hear you. I couldn't find him to put his link up. Oh, it's not there yet. Okay, that's probably why I couldn't find you. Yeah, so here's the way I feel about all that, Lance. Is it's probably not the right way to look at it, but I want to take my time to grow this channel and make it something genuine. I don't want to go out and try to get affiliated with a bunch of companies. I would rather them look at my content and be like, hey, I watched your video. Can you do this? Can you do that? That's what I would like to do. I don't want to get a bunch of affiliates and be binded to something that I don't want to be bound to. Yeah, I still got the thermometer. I mean, like I said, it's good for thin metal grills. It's not good for thick metal grills. But all in all, I did like what use I did get out of it. It just I keep my smokers out here, by my barn, and my house is another 300 foot up that way, so it won't work when I go in the house, to my phone. But yeah, that's why I didn't find your channel, Zero Content. Yeah, I looked for him. Damn, they kick you off of YouTube, man. Shit, I was gonna put your link up in here. Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to get a bunch of stuff that I'm bound to and shoot a bunch of videos. I ain't gonna say who I talked to the other day, but I talked to another fellow YouTuber, and a prominent pellet grill company reached out to him and wanted him to send their product to him, but they wanted him to do, I think, either 12 or 14 videos just on that grill. And it's not, one of the best companies, that's got quality grills. And for me, that's too much content for a cheaper grill. And he turned it down, and I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing. No, no, I hear you on that, Lance. You most definitely want to support your American farmers. And Porter Road's not bad meat. I bought two beef bellies from them, and I bought two pork briskets from them, and I still got one. I forgot I got that. I got to do something with that. And they were good, but when I'm picking out meat, I want to put my eyes on it. I'm not much for ordering meat off a line. And but no doubt they've got good quality. I'm blessed down here in Southeast Texas. I can find every cut of beef that I need down here. I could find every cut of pork. I could find everything down here. It's not hard for me. People that live in remote areas and in different areas can't find some of the meats that we can get down here. So that's where Porter Road comes into play right there. They can go and online and get what they're looking for, and it's not too bad of a price with shipping. That's one thing I can say about them. Initially, you think it's high, but then you think, hey, it's coming from Tennessee, Kentucky, wherever it comes from. So it it works. It's a good product. Yeah, I'm sure Porter Road is. It's just they haven't reached out to me, and they're not going to because I'm still a small channel. But I have cooked their meat, and it is quality meat. I will give them that. Yeah, I'm not too far from Houston. I live over here in Bleakwood, Texas. That's 2 hours away, 2 hours 30 minutes away from Houston. And Randy and Christy are Randy and Christy are from Houston also, or live in Houston. I don't know if they're from Houston. Pitt's holding at 285, just like I said it would. Yeah, Lance. So you're up there in Maryland. You don't have access to good meat markets like we have down here in Texas to get a bunch of cuts. So it makes sense for you to go to Porter Road and get your stuff. 100%. Where exactly is Clute, Texas at? Them ribs are gonna be good. Them rib chickens taste good. Yeah, I'll give my Porch Barbecue a subscribe. Help him out. I'll find you here in a little while. Let me go back and see my Porch Barbecue. Hit him with a sub. Well, we got 338 subscribers now. Let's see. Why ain't it letting me find the share? Bam. All right, there's my Porch Barbecue's YouTube channel. Y'all help him out. All right, P Digits, thanks for stopping by, man. 6 miles from the beach. So you're down there toward Corpus? Oh, no, you just said you're from Houston. My bad. So you're down toward Galveston, probably. Yeah, I found it. Freeport. All right, I know where Freeport is. I've worked over there before. Definitely know where Freeport is. Still got that good smoke rolling back there. I really wish I could have done StreamYard, so some of y'all could have hopped on here with me, but I burnt all my StreamYard hours. They won't renew till next Friday when I do my other live. I am not a welder by trade, but I know how to weld. At one point in my career, I wanted to be a welder. I learned how to do it, but then an old welder that I worked with told me, don't do it. You'll never move up. You'll weld for the rest of your life, and then you might get into inspections. So I heeded his advice, and I moved on up in the world, boiler making, pipe fitting, and got into supervision, foreman, general foreman. Now I work as a third-party rep for Motiva. And that's what I do now. But I learned how to weld when I was like 16, burning stick rods with my grandfather. And one of my first jobs right out of high school, I was MIG welding over at a place called Dragon Products in Silsbee, Texas, and got good at that part of it. I built that pit back there with a flux core MIG welder from Harbor Freight, a cheap ass one. And I know how to fabricate, so that's why I build my own shit now. I don't buy grills unless I buy a cheap Walmart charcoal grill. But from here on out, I'll build my own pellet grills. I'll build my own stick burners. I'm not buying them, spending that kind of money on them. I can do it myself and get it how I want it. No doubt. Barbacoa is back. What's up? That old smoker back there, she's dialed in right now. Holding right at 280. That's getting it. Love that damn smoker. You can build your own smokers when you understand how that airflow and all that stuff works. At least I ain't out here sweating. Sun is out. Some clouds finally rolled in, but feels good out here. Not a bad day at all. It's very pretty. Yeah, chud table. That's on my to-do list, Randy. I like that setup that he's got. It's just that big chopping block that's on that table has done went way up. That thing's like $500 or $600 now on Amazon. That big booze block cutting board, which you could probably find a cheaper option from somebody that makes cutting boards around you. I've got a guy I use over here in Southeast Texas called Woody's Boards, and I think I put him in a few of my videos, but I don't think he can make anything that big yet. He's a small time outfit. I think the biggest boards that he could make are 24 by 18s. But yeah, the only thing about that chud box or chud table is I don't think it would work out here for me because all my stuff's set up in the grass. I don't have no concrete out here to roll around on. So until then, I'll just be doing it off these cheap tables. But here before too long, one of these days, if I ever make it big in YouTube, I'm going to extend off my barn out here and make a lean-to just to cook in and have a station in and all that. And maybe I'll have one day. Yeah, build a smoke shack. Probably going to build a smoke lean-to right here off of this barn where I can keep that good view back there. I like that view. Nah, that big smoker right there is not on wheels. My pellet smoker, the big one I built that I did that video on here a little while back, I broke one of the wheels off of it trying to move it. These deadgum smokers here, they're heavy. My pellet smoker weighs about 900 pounds. And then that offset back there probably weighs close to about 1,100, 1,200 pounds. And when I get ready to move them, I got a forklift attachment on my tractor. Yeah, I hear you, Christy, but that's a lot of damn work. I'd have to go form all this in, put wire down, and level it all up, and that would be a lot of sack concrete. So this would probably be about 400 to 600 square foot if I did this whole area right here that I want to do. But those are just all fine and mighty plans, you know. I ain't going to put too much more money into this than what I've already been putting into it unless I nail down some big time sponsorships. Yeah, them days I used to do some concrete slab work on the side. That's a lot of work. I've thought about that, Randy, putting a deadgum a carport out here and doing that. But the price on all that crap has gone up too, man. I think it'd be cheaper for me just to build a deadgum lean-to off of right here what I already got and go that route with it. But you know, if you could find a car, you know, sometimes you know these people get all these carport businesses, and then they realize they're not going to sell them and all that. And you can find someone that's going out of business for these premier buildings and all that. And you can get one for dirt cheap, and that's the start of the smoke shack right there. If you got smaller grills that'll fit in them. Yeah, I'm happy with my setup right here. This is the best view in the yard. Y'all get to see the chickens. Y'all get to see the horses. See the big trees back there. Everything. Hell, you might get lucky and see a deer. I didn't have all this set up and rolling, but earlier a big ass buck jumped the fence back there and ran through the pasture. I guarantee he was a 10 or 12 point buck. I couldn't whip my phone out quick enough to get a good picture of him. But yeah, you get the country boy vibe from this view right here. Nah, I hear you. So I moved that big pellet smoker out from under the barn. I got it tarped up over there where it can't get wet. But I couldn't shoot no videos in my barn on it because it was too close to camera. I couldn't back up and get it in view. Hooking some collard today. Hey, collard greens, if you do them suckers right, collard greens is some damn good eating, Ken. It's starting to get windy out here. The breeze feels good, though. I ain't gonna lie. I will take it. Gotta put my phone out of the sun before it gets too hot. I'm running this off my mobile hotspot. Grandmother's recipe? Hell yeah, man. Got mad respect for farmers. I normally do a garden just about. There for a few years, I was doing my own garden, man. But I just with work, I got too tied up, didn't have time to keep a garden up. I missed them, dadgum, all them garden fresh vegetables I used to grow. Still holding, still got some good smoke coming up out there. It's all good. Yep, that is one of the biggest struggles with having a garden at my place is keeping the chickens out. I pretty much got to put a 6-foot fence all the way around that sucker up high. And my chickens, they ain't stupid. They know how to fly over that deadgum thing. I normally keep it on the outside of my fence in this little area that I used to throw a bunch of horse poop and all that in it to keep it cultivated and composting. But them chickens still find a way to get in there, and they'll eat every deadgum thing in that garden. They'll scratch it all up and ruin it. Another reason why I don't really do it no more. I can't be here all the time to watch it. Yeah, looks like it's getting cloudy back there. Might get some relief from all this sun. Almost back down to 275 now. Let's see, Troy's got something. I love a stick burner, but yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Your neighbor's just gonna have to get over that, Troy. Get you a stick burner, and they'll just have to get over all that smoke. And who knows? You might have to compromise and foot them a little bit of barbecue here and there, and then they'll want you to fire that smoker up when they eat some real good barbecue off of it. Yeah. Yep. I'm right here where I live at. I got 10 acres, and I don't have to worry about that. We got a sex bot in here. Go ahead and put this sucker out of here. All right, took care of his ass. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You have all them neighbors over to eat. I ain't really had no trouble with them deadgum bots getting on here, but that's probably the second time that's ever happened. Get that link. That's probably a scam, Simon. Oh man, y'all are in a real tight lot, huh, Troy? Yeah, that's a tight lot. Yeah, smoke goes to get into somebody's house. They may not be happy about that. Oh, no problem, man. I'm gonna go check some of your content out here in a little while. I try to sub to everybody that subs to me. If I miss you, I apologize on that, but I definitely sub to you, man. So y'all give my Porch Barbecue some love, man. 60 foot. Yeah, I could see where they would probably not be happy about that. Adios, Porch. We're over 3 hours into our rib cook. Time to wrap them suckers here in a little bit. Well, has anybody else got any barbecue questions they want answered, man? I'm right here, open book of knowledge. Yeah, so if you got a good relationship with your neighbors, you don't want to go and just piss them off like that. I completely understand there. Yeah, you don't want to make waves. Oh, you're good, Madwood. It won't be long. I'll be getting off of here in a minute. My wife will be back from church, and she'll probably scream at me for not going in there and checking on the kids very much, which they're fine. I see my little boy out here in the yard playing. So you never know. If I get hit in the head with a live stream with something, y'all know where it came from. Still holding steady at 280. That's what's up. When that smoker, whenever all the steel gets heated up in that smoker and it finally sets in, it don't budge off that temp too much. You too, Keenan, man. Be careful, bud. Have a good Sunday yourself. Well, I got my 4,000 watch hours finally. It updated the other day. As of right now, official watch hours, I've got 4,004 watch hours. Now I need me about see how many more subscribers. I got 649 subscribers. So I need me 250 more subscribers to 1,000. And then I can get monetized if that pays worth of crap, which I really don't know if it does or doesn't. Hey, man. Yeah, dude. That's what's up, man. Getting free beer from the neighbors, man. You got some good neighbors, Randy. 1.1 watch hours. Hey, man, you got to start somewhere. You know, that's one thing that I heard a lot of rumblings about when I first started filming these YouTube videos for real was your videos are too young, your videos are too long. Yeah, but I'm putting out a 25 plus minute video and I'm getting 12 to 13, 15 minutes of watch time per view. So all that is finally added up to where I'm at 4,000 watch hours now. Now some of the videos are getting less than 1,000 views, something a little bit more, but cranking out the content every week and having longer videos is getting me my watch hours. Now I just need the subscribers for it to take off. And what I've noticed is a lot of smaller channels, once they hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, it's like YouTube puts your content out a little bit more and they start getting more subs here and there. I remember when Ant's Barbecue Cookout, he hit his 1,000 subscribers earlier in the year, and man, he has took off. Now I think he's close to 9 or 10,000 subscribers, and it didn't take him long. And he's a pretty good little YouTuber. I like watching him. Oh, here comes my little boy. What's up, Blaine Blaine?
Daddy?
What?
Somehow we got stuck together.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. I got to go. I appreciate everybody jumping in and giving me some watch time hours. Thank y'all.